And I still think about that, and trying to be a communicator is to transport people.
And for 3.5 decades, Doug Rice has done just that, transporting race fans to the heart of the action on the track. He has witnessed and called some of the biggest moments in the sports and Charlotte Motor Speedway's history. And now the Performance Racing Network president, lead anchor, and yes, legend, is bidding farewell to the broadcast booth. I was lucky enough to sit down with him before he signs off.
Welcome to Fast Talk, extra kind of special show this day.
To race fans, his voice is unmistakable.
Almost every day. Almost every day.
All right, we have to address the fact that this wasn't the wild and woolly Bristol that we saw back in the spring.
And you'll see them stop, and they'll look up and I think, race fan.
That voice is an instant connection to cars on the track and the memories that come with it.
That's the most gratifying thing, people saying, hey, I've listened to you all my life. Me and my dad used to listen to you. That's the best.
It sure didn't act like the same tire. And I believe you can make tires using the exact same ingredients, whatever.
On a Monday morning after a playoff race, Doug Rice and the team at Performance Racing Network do what they always do: break down the action, inform, and of course, entertain.
We've always had that sense of tightness, and we box above our weight all the time. We've always been the little engine that could.
But in just a week, after doing thousands of shows and calling countless NASCAR races, Doug Rice will retire.
I think it'll become very real to me, especially here at Charlotte, because this is where I've called most races.
It was also where he attended his first race. The sounds of the Speedway immediately appealing to a college kid in the mid-1970s who hadn't given racing much thought until that day.
My brothers drugged me here to the Coke 600 way before I was ever a race fan. So I like the smell, the tire smell, the gas, the noise, all the pageantry.
Rice did it all in radio, working as an engineer at WSTP and WRDX in Salisbury, while also spinning records at his alma mater, Appalachian State. But soon he got the call to call NASCAR's Busch Series.
Little places that are long forgotten and called races. It was a lot of fun. That would 6 of us pile into a van and make $25 a day and go call a race.
Soon enough, Rice was calling the big-time races and making the big-time calls.
Jeff Gordon out of turn number 4, following Jimmy Spencer. He will lay claim to his first ever Winston Cup victory, and it comes in the Coca-Cola 600. At the tender age of 25, Dale Earnhardt Jr. will lay claim to his first NASCAR Winston Cup victory.
Tony Stewart's quest for a win at his beloved Indianapolis Motor Speedway is over. Checkered flag in the air.
They are both spun out. Here comes Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney will survive and win the Bank of America Roval 400.
I love live play-by-play, and I love telling stories, and I still think about that, and trying to be a communicator is to transport people. If you're driving down I-85 and you're listening to the race, we want to tell that story in such a way that we bring you to Charlotte Motor Speedway or Bristol or Vegas or wherever we happen to be, that in your mind's eye, you're there.
Now Rice is on a victory lap, or Doug's last lap as they're calling it. It's included gifts and honors from all of the speedways, including Bristol, where the last great Coliseum gave Rice a gladiator's sword and named its radio room after him.
It's been flattering. I mean, I would be a hypocrite if I said I didn't like it. It's been a joy, and it's nice to think, okay, I did this for 36 years, and I'm getting a little payoff at the end, but it's been a little bit overwhelming. It has been a lot overwhelming, I'll say that. That was fun. It gave the show, for a race that was dull, it gave us some content, so nice.
At PRN, the place Rice helped to build into a NASCAR multimedia powerhouse, his office is filled with racing memorabilia and with memories.
What was he like to interview?
He was very good. He gave you good, honest answers, but he could. You know, he could get away with that.
And you can't talk about Doug Rice without mentioning his beloved App State football team, especially their 2007 upset at Michigan.
And then when they blocked the field goal, I think everybody in the neighborhood knew we'd won. It was pretty big. It was pretty big.
These next few weeks will be big for Doug Rice and anyone who's ever listened to him call a race on the radio. Next week in Las Vegas will be his final call, but Sunday at Charlotte, where that college kid fell in love with the sport and went on to call so many of its great moments, That's full circle.
I think when I walk out of that booth and take the headset off here after the Roval, it's starting to hit me right now just talking about it. I think that moment will be very real to me because this place has meant a lot to me. Charlotte Motor Speedway is special. It's special, and so much NASCAR history has been written at this place. And to think that I've been a little bitty part of that, that's pretty cool. And we're just going to throw it out.
Well, you just get the feeling and from the sound in his voice that he could do this 36 more years. Doug says he'll probably get the itch to come back right around the Daytona 500, but he and his wife Penny will be too busy. They plan to travel all across the country.